Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios for your 2018 NFL Week 5 game highlight commentary. We start out in Buffalo Wild Wings where the Tennessee Titans must have had bread with a side of butter because they got butter fingers as they fumble on the first possession of the game. It's recovered by the Buffalo Bills. Out in Seattle, the Rams call on Snorlax, use block. The punt's blocked and the Rams activate their dreadlock powers on the recovery and return the ball inside the 15. In the land of catch-up, the Steelers are in the road zone, Rosetta Stone Dutch, motherfucker, as James Conner would book a flight with Delta Airlines, use his frequent flyer miles and fly into the end zone for a Steelers touchdown. Meanwhile, at Ford Field, the Lions to punt the ball back to the Packers, and unfortunately for the Packers, they're much like a Catholic priest. They're touching balls when they're not supposed to. It's touched by one of the Packers players, recovered by the Lions at the 1-yard line. Bilal Powell gets the handoff, but it appears there's chemtrails from the Jets because he's coughing up the ball. He fumbles on the plays, recovered by the Denver Broncos at the 20-yard line. The Lions would go to the football embassy and turn in the turnover for some points as LeGarrette Blount would activate his dreadlock powers, pounded into the end zone to give the Lions a 7-0 lead. Out in San Francisco, all you had to do was find the open man, CJ, and CJ beat hard finds Matt Breida, who'd go into the end zone for the 49ers touchdown. That's what I'm talking about, CJ. But on the very next play from scrimmage, Josh Rosen takes the snap play action fake, and he's got Christian, call me Captain Kirk, who's absolutely burning the 49ers defense. They must be on Cinnabar Island. They need a burn heel for a 75-yard Cardinals touchdown. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling the Cleveland Pastry Shop. How may I help you? Yes, I'm a member of the Baltimore Ravens. I'm calling because the head chef, Baker Mayfield, said he had a couple of treats for me. Can you specify what it was? It was some apple turnovers as Baker Mayfield throws the ball. It's intercepted by the Baltimore Ravens. It appears the Broncos are also at the turnover embassy as they would look to turn the turnover into points. As Law and Order Case Keenum rolling to his right, he finds Cortland Sutton in the back of the end zone to get the Broncos on the board. Think fast in Buffalo Wild Wings. It appears the Bills are also at the turnover embassy as Josh Allen would dial his own number, call voicemail, go running into the end zone. There's an attack on Titans. Touchdown Bills. Meanwhile in the Carolinas, it turns out they're playing the cha-cha slide on offense because it's a reverse. But look at Cam Newton. Oh my Lord, he just deleted the defensive end as DJ Moore would run for a huge first down. But look at the replay. Cam Newton just took that man to the tattoo parlor. You get tattooed for free. Don't worry about the payment. It's on me. Out to Kansas City we go. Patrick Mahomes takes the snap, looking to lay down some more real estate. He says, take a look at my shoes. They're a new pair of QB boots, and runs it into the end zone for the Chiefs touchdown. Out to the Carolinas we go. Cam Newton takes the snap, play action fake. Release the ball, white man. Connects with the pride of Brooklyn, Curtis Samuel, and he treats the Giants like Goliath in the battle against David. Refused to go down like taxes in New York. Touchdown Panthers, making the Giants look like midgets on the court in the National Basketball Association. The Seahawks are in the Rouge zone, Rosetta Stone Esperanto, motherfucker, as Mike Davis would dive his way into the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. 41-yard field goal for Mason Crosby. He lines up the kick and it's sailing wide to the left. They're playing in a dome, so there's no Pokemon here. It's only one kick. It's not like you're gonna miss another one, right? Back to Ford Field we go. 2nd and 6. Matthew Stafford takes the snap, looking left. He's got Kenny Galladay, who tells the Packers defense, hold my nuggets. They would proceed to tell Clinton, suck my dicks. I baptize you in the name of the Father. I baptize you in the name of the Son. I baptize you in the name of the Holy Spirit. And he'd advance the ball to the 5-yard line. For the Los Angeles Rams, Todd, I'm heterosexual. I like girls who would get the handoff at the 2-yard line and go into the end zone for the Los Angeles Rams touchdown. 2 plays later, the Lions would open their Bibles to 2nd Dreadlocks 3 verses 26. The Packers are lactose intolerant when playing in the Lions' den, trusting the power of dreadlocks to score a touchdown again, as LeGarrette Blount would score his 2nd touchdown on the day to give the Lions a 14-0 lead. If you didn't go with your girlfriend to Miami Carnival, I can guarantee you she's sucking someone else's rooster. Pardon me, in Pittsburgh, Ben Roethlisberger finds Juju Smith-Schuster for the 2nd Steelers touchdown on the day. Back to Ford Field we go. Aaron Rodgers takes the snap on 3rd and 7, but they didn't know that they were at the King of Diamonds, and the Detroit Lions got a ton of strippers. As Aaron Rodgers is fumbling on the play, he's strip sacked, and it's recovered by the Lions. Back to Carolina we go. The Panthers to punt the ball back to the Giants, and Odell Beckham is awaiting the kick. But wait a minute. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, clitoris alert. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, clitoris alert. Woo, woo, woo. While trying to make a block, Odell Beckham's foot touching the ball like a homosexual foot fetish. Then the Giants can't seem to recover the kick. It's recovered in the end zone for a Carolina Panthers touchdown. What are you doing trying to make blocks inside the 5-yard line, you goddamn fallopian tube? You big dummy!
You big dummy! Big dummy.
Big dummy.
You big dummy.
Meanwhile, in the Meadowlands, the Jets would open their Bibles to Revelation Dreadlocks 1 verses 36. The power of dreadlocks can only be grown and not bought. Trust in the power of dreadlocks and you'll never be caught. As Isaiah Crowell would activate his own dreadlock powers for a 77-yard Jets touchdown. Think fast, is that the 49ers or is it Team Rockets coughing? Oh no, the 49ers were coughing up the ball. It's picked up by Patrick Peterson and returned to the 20-yard line. The Rams, once again in the period-colored zone, will showcase their sexuality once again. As Todd, I'm heterosexual, I like girlies, would activate his dreadlock powers once again for his second touchdown on the day. And he takes a nap in the Seattle Seahawks end zone. Meanwhile, in the house of ketchup, Matty Ice takes the snap and he'd find Mohamed Sanu, who's running away from the Pittsburgh defense the same way Brett Kavanaugh runs away from false rape allegations. Touchdown Falcons. Again for the Packers, Mason Crosby lines up for the 42-yard field goal. The ball ricochets off the crossbar. It's gonna be no good. Hey Mason, you're playing in a dome, so there's no wind you can really use as excuse. But hey, it's only 2 kicks. It's not like you gonna miss another one, right? The Cardinals now in the swoop zone as Josh Rosen takes the snap, gives the ball to David Johnson, and he'd punch the ball into the end zone to give the Cardinals a 14-6 lead. Sam, I look like a Lego policeman. Darnold takes the snap, looking to go deep. He's got Robbie Anderson wide open, burning the Broncos defense the same way herpes burns your genitals for a 76-yard New York Jets touchdown. Back in Seattle, Russell, I turned a hoe into a housewife. Wilson takes the snap, play action fake, looking towards his left. Welcome to K Jewelers. How may I help you? Can I have a 39-carat Tyler Lockett, please? Touchdown, Seattle. Every kiss begins with K. Ryan Tannehill takes the snap where the Dolphins are on the road in OH. Ayo, who's guarding Kenyon Drake? Nobody knows. Touchdown, Dolphins. Meanwhile, in the Carolinas, bum-ass Eli Manning takes a snap, throws the ball to Odell Beckham, but wait a minute, it's a genjutsu. Odell Beckham throws the ball across the field. It's caught by Saquon Barkley, who'd go into the end zone for the first Giant score on the day. Back in Seattle, it appears Toby Keith is in uniform once again for the Rams, because it's Cooper Kupp. He's still filling the scoreboard up. He scored a touchdown. He scored a touchdown. Touchdown Rams. Woo, woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert. Woo, woo. Clitoris alert, clitoris alert. Woo, woo, woo. Out in Buffalo Wild Wings, somebody unplugged the Bills controller. What the hell are they doing? As they don't get the ball down for the field goal, it's going to be recovered by the Titans. In Wentz, Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spent most of my days. Carson Wentz is under pressure and he's hit from behind. The ball hit in the air. It's Linville Joseph time, catching interceptions, and I'm about to chill with Ronald Fat Man with the football, and I'm going to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. The Vikings want revenge in this bitch. Touchdown Vikings. Out to Los Angeles we go. Phillip Nile Rivers takes the snap, looking towards his left. He's got Austin Elka, who unplugs the controller of 2 Raiders defenders, and he's running into the end zone untouched like a 747-pound fat man's penis. Touchdown Chargers. On the very next play from scrimmage, Derek Vehicle takes the snap, play action fake, and he throws 3 blunts filled with California Kush to Martavis Bryant, but he's got Butterfingers. He dropped the weed. It's recovered by the Chargers. Mason Crosby lines up for the field goal, and it's wide to the right. He missed his 3rd one on the day. Mason! What are you doing? Is your foot just for decoration? You missed 3 kicks on the day indoors. It's not like you're gonna miss another one, right? This motherfucker here.
I cannot believe it.
Meanwhile, in Kansas City, Blake Bortles takes a snap, and it must be cuffing season because the Fat Boys are looking to score as it's intercepted by Chris Jones. And can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ain't no Duval in this bitch. Touchdown Chiefs. The Los Angeles Android Chargers would activate their dreadlock powers as Melvin Gordon would get the carry, and he'd go into the end zone for the 1-yard Chargers touchdown. Back in Ford Field, Ron Rodgers takes the snap, but he's still in the King of Diamonds. The Detroit Strippers will not stop. As he's fumbling on the play, it's recovered by the Lions once again. Out in Cleveland, the pastry chef Baker Mayfield takes the snap, and he's cooking up a couple of touchdowns for the Brownies as he'd find Rashard Higgins in the end zone to give them a touchdown. We head back out to Cincinnati where the Bengals are back to punt the ball to Jakeem Grant of the Miami Dolphins. He's gonna field the ball back at the 29-yard line in OH. Ayo, who's stopping Jakeem Grant? Nobody knows as he's cutting up the special teams unit of the Bengals like a Jeffrey Dahmer victim. He's cutting them up like Nicole Brown Simpson as he dives into the end zone for a Dolphins return touchdown. The Vikings are in the Ulane zone, Rosetta Stone Estonian motherfucker, as Kirk family member takes the snap, play action fake, looking towards his left. He's got Adam Thielen in the back of the end zone for the Minnesota Vikings touchdown. Back to Ford Field we go. Matt Stafford takes the snap, looking over the middle of the field. He's got Marvin Jones participating in the 10 toes down challenge for the Detroit Lions touchdown. It's 24-0. Justin Tucker of the Ravens looking to tie up the game just before halftime, but Pseudo-Wudo used block. It's no good. To kick off the second half, Russell Wilson takes the snap, rolling to his east, takes one peek at the west, turns back towards his east, one more look at the west, going back towards the east, and he finds his man in the back of the end zone to give the Seahawks a touchdown lead. We head back out to Cleveland where the Ravens are playing against who again? The Browns? Who plays in this stadium? The Browns. Who they losing to? The Browns. What else is brown? Butterfingers! As Javorius Allen fumbles on the play, it's recovered by the Cleveland Browns at the 42. We head back out to Ford Field. Ron Rodgers takes the snap, rolling towards his left. He's got his man wide open for the Packers touchdown. It's as if the defense did not get their visa approved to cover on this play. Meanwhile, in Buffalo Wild Wings, it appears for Dion Lewis, the blazing sauce is too hot because he's coughing up the ball as he fumbles on the play. It's recovered by Jordan Poyer. The Bills take over at the 49. Out in Seattle, Todd, I'm heterosexual, I like girlies, is continuing to rub his nutsack all over the Seattle Seahawks defense. I mean, Jesus Christ, whoever started this man on fantasy gotta be masturbating or something. This man is an end zone magnet. We head back out to Pittsburgh, and is that Ben Roethlisberger or is it Muhammad Ali? Because after he took the snap, he floated the ball like a butterfly, and the Falcons just got stung by AB. Touchdown Steelers. Yeldon for the Jacksonville Jaguars touchdown. Back in Pittsburgh, following a blocked punt, Ben Roethlisberger would take the snap at the 2-yard line, hand the ball to James Conner, and he says, I don't have to ring the bell, I could pound it into the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. Out in the Carolinas, it's time for Eli to do what Eli does best. Takes the snap, the ball's intercepted by Mike Adams, and he returns the ball to the 30-yard line. Vintage Eli Manning. The Packers looking to take their receipt to the sperm bank because they want to come back, as Aaron Rodgers would find Lance Kendricks in the end zone to cut the Packers deficit. To kick off the fourth quarter, here come the Cincinnati Bengals as Andy Dalton takes the snap on 2nd and 12, steps up in the pocket. He's got Joe Mixon. Get your bitch ass off of me, Kiko Alonso. Touchdown Bengals, and here they come. It appears in Kansas City the Chiefs are hunting Jaguars as Kareem Hunt would find his way into the end zone to extend the Chiefs lead. We head back out to the 3-1-3 where the Detroit Crips are in the Sioux zone. Matthew Stafford takes the snap, looking over the middle. He's got Kenny Galladay to extend the Lions lead to 31-14. The Falcons looking to make a comeback as they'd hand the ball off and fight their way into end zone to cut their deficit to a 2-score game. We head back out to Philadelphia where the Eagles are looking to get back into the game. Carson Wentz looking to his right. He's got Wendell. My girlfriends keep leaving me because they say I got a small wood. Touchdown Eagles. We head back out to Carolina. Cam Newton would take the snap and he's looking towards his left, and much like U.S. history, there's no stopping the white man as Christian McCaffrey would go scampering into the end zone to extend the Panthers' lead.
That's how white man runs the football.
2 plays later, Eli Manning does what he does best, and that's throw the ball to his favorite target, the opposing team, as he'd find Mike Adams for the 2nd time on the day. Vintage Eli Manning. Out in Buffalo Wild Wings, Marcus Mariota takes the snap, looking towards his left. He's got Nick Williams wide open going into the end zone, and he dropped the ball. Oh my Lord. His hands are just for decoration. He couldn't catch a movie if he lived in a movie theater. His coaches are asking what happened to his hands. The Chargers looking to put the game away. Phillip Rivers looking to his left. He's got Virgil Green, and he got the big boys blocking in front of him like they post-game meal depends on it. Touchdown, Android Chargers. Back to Pittsburgh we go. Ben Roethlisberger takes the snap, looking to go deep. He floats the ball like a butterfly, and the Falcons still get stung by AB. And it appears the necrophilia is beginning out in Heinz Field. Just when the Panthers were looking to put the game away, Cam Newton is intercepted by Janoris Jenkins, the Jackrabbit, as they activate their dreadlock powers on defense. He returns the ball across the 50-yard line, and he's finally going to be tackled at the 34. Down by 17, Aaron Rodgers takes the snap on 2nd 2nd and 10 looking towards his left. He's got Devontae Adams activating his dreadlock powers, who'd go into the end zone for the cheesehead touchdown. But on the extra point, Mason Crosby's kick is nothing more than a feminist, cause you know it's no good. He missed it again. Mason! It's your 4th missed kick on the day. You're accounted for 10 missed points. What's wrong with you? It's not like you can miss another one, you big dummy. Back in the Carolinas, bum-ass Eli Manning takes the snap, looking to go deep. He's got his man Odell. I can't confirm nor deny if I was sniffing cocaine with a hooker last offseason Beckham for their first connection of a touchdown on the season. Back to Buffalo Wild Wings we go. Josh Allen on the play action fake looking for his man, but wait a minute. The ball's ricocheted into the air. It's intercepted by Adoree Jackson. I guess you can say that's the power of the dreadlocks, but he's tackled at the 46. Back to the state of California we go. 4th and goal for the 49ers. CJ Beathard rolling to his right, and all you gotta do is find a wide open man, CJ, as he finds Trent Taylor to cut their deficit to 2 points, but they would fail on the 2-point conversion. Carlos Santos lines up for the 39-yard field goal for the go-ahead score, and he kicks it through the uprights, and it's good for the Rams. I know a man who couldn't kick the ball through the uprights. Daniel Carlson! I would rather float in shark-infested waters without the ability to swim than have you as my kicker. Put your motherfucking head back down. We head back out to Kansas City, 4th and 3 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Blake Bortles takes the snap looking towards his left. He picks up his phone, he calls his own number. He's dialing voicemail, runs into the end zone for the 21-yard touchdown for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But did this help them come back and win? Absolutely not! And in the Meadowlands, it appears there's some sort of bestiality necrophilia because the Broncos may be dead, but they're still getting fucked as Sam, I look like a Lego police officer Darnold, would find Terrell Pryor in the end zone to extend the Jets' lead. The Raiders rush to the line. White man deception. They don't learn from Seattle, but they actually convert. Get connected for free with the White People Connection. Get connected for free. Derek Vehicle to Jordy Nelson for the Raiders TD. But did this help them come back and win? Absolutely not! Back to Pittsburgh we go. Pikachu, use Volt Tackle, 90 watts. DJ Watt with the sack. The ball's hit into the end zone. It's going to be recovered by the Pittsburgh Steelers for the fumble recovery touchdown. And the necrophilia continues because the Falcons may be dead, but they're still getting fucked. Back to Detroit, Mason Crosby lines up for a 56-yard field goal for the Packers, and he kicks the ball wide to the right. You've got to be kidding me. Mason Crosby! It's your 5th missed kick on the day. I got a better chance seeing Caitlyn Jenner menstruate than see you make a kick. I got a better chance seeing a man give birth anally than seeing you make a kick. I got a better chance finding the One Piece in real life from the anime than seeing you make a kick. Put your motherfucking head back down, dummy! We head back out to New York. Law and Order Case Keenum takes the snap, looking to go deep. He's got Demaryius Thomas, who'd go into the end zone for the Denver Broncos touchdown. But did this help them come back and win? Absolutely not! And for the Arizona Cardinals, David Johnson would get the handoff, and much like an Italian hitman, he'd put the game on ice. He'd go into the end zone and put the game away. The Cardinals are gonna win. Dan Bailey lines up for the 52-yard field goal to give the Vikings a 2-possession lead. He kicks it through the uprights, and it's good. I know a man in Minnesota who couldn't make a kick. Daniel Carlson! I would rather eat glass cereal than have you as my kicker. Put your motherfucking head back down. Meanwhile, in Cincinnati, if the lead was a person, Miami would be on their knees giving it a blowjob. As Ryan Tannehill steps up in the pocket and the ball's intercepted by the Bengals, they go to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. The Dolphins ain't shit! Touchdown Bengals! Back out to the Carolinas we go. Eli Manning looking to the right. He's got Saquon Barkley, who turned into Super Mario. He's got the star power. He goes into the end zone to give the Giants a 1-point lead. Desperation time for the Eagles. Carson Wentz has 85 seconds left on the clock, looking towards his left. He's got Zach Ertz in the end zone, and this would lead to an Eagles comeback. But wait a minute. It was all a genjutsu. The Eagles would try an onside kick, but it'd be recovered by Adam Thielen, and the Vikings would hold on to win the game. Back in the Meadowlands, Law and Order Case Keenum looking to add more points to the scoreboard, but the ball's intercepted by Marcus May. He would make Law and Order Case Keenum touch the floor, invite 2 Broncos to the bowling alley. He goes past the 35 to the 40. The ref says, I'm gonna stop running. It looks like time expired. He cuts back to the inside. He's trying to go to McDonald's. Can I get a McPick-6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But McDonald's is closed in this bitch. He's tackled at the 1-yard line. The game is over. No pick six for you, dummy. Greg Joseph lines up for the game-winning kick in Cleveland, but it's wide to the left. Is that Greg Joseph or is that Zane Gonzalez? I got a better chance finding Tupac in Cuba than seeing you make a kick. Put your motherfucking head back down. And then Carolina Graham Gano lines up for a 63-yard field goal, and he kicks it through the uprights, and it's good. The Panthers break the heart of the Giants once again. Carolina goes on to win the game. Steven Hauschka lines up for a 46-yard field goal to give the victory to the Buffalo Bills. He kicks it through the uprights, and it's good. The Bills are gonna win. I hear the Dudleys are giving 3 Ds to everybody in the Bills Mafia outside the stadium. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, 3rd and 8, looks like the game is on the line. Cleveland pastry chef Baker Mayfield connects with Derek Willis, tells one goddamn Ravens defender to get your bitch ass off of me. He brings the ball to the 44-yard line. That would set up Greg Joseph with 6 seconds left on the clock. The ball is blocked, but it still goes into the uprights, and the Cleveland Browns win their 2nd game on the year as they would defeat the Baltimore Ravens 12-9. Zane Gonzalez, you could never hit a game-winning field goal for Cleveland. Keep your motherfucking head back down. For the Ravens, Colts, Broncos, Packers, Giants, Titans, Falcons, Dolphins, Jaguars, Raiders, Eagles, Seahawks, and 49ers, take out your Metro cards and get aboard the L train. Why aren't you following me? Why haven't you subscribed already? You don't hear this shit? I'm hilarious.
What the hell wrong with them? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them?
What's on?
Big dummy! Nancy! Hold my nuggets. Suck my dick!